All right, so as you can see here, I have a GameCube flipped upside down, and then I have a Game Boy player, a Game Boy Advance player, taken apart and just have the motherboard of it plugged into the bottom of the GameCube. What I'm trying to do here is I want to see if I can find where I can solder some LEDs to, so I can try to get some LEDs to shine through the what's it called, the game port there. I think I want to put a couple of LEDs in here shining that way, you know, like one on this side, one on this side, shining in, or maybe possibly over here, so it'd be like more on the edge so that it's always shining, so when you put a game in it doesn't block it. But I don't know if I want to have it shine, always be shining, or if I want to, you know, have it turn off when a game goes in, or like with the Pokemon games it'll still shine through. But we'll see. I think I found, I did a little bit of testing before I started recording here, and I think I found that let's see, this point right here, this one I'm pointing at, provides 3.3 volts, which should be exactly what I need. That's what you'd get on a regular Game Boy Advance, which makes sense because this is basically just a Game Boy Advance that's been laid out in a different orientation for the Game Boy player. And then I'm just using like this for ground. That seems to, the multimeter was telling me 3.3 volts. I'm gonna try putting an LED on there with a resistor and see what I get. Hopefully everything still works after I do that. I'm just kind of messing around. I didn't see anything online that would show me what I'm looking for, so I was like, well, I'll just take it apart. Like, once again, I'm just kind of messing around with the GameCube, see what I can get away with. So hopefully everything will still be working after I wire that up, and it'll shine the LED. I figured I'd just document this now as the process is going on, instead of just doing it all and then showing what I did, just because this can be a little bit more interesting. So yeah, let me try that, and I'll you'll see it transition real quick. But yeah, let me try that and see what we get. All right, I got it soldered up, and as you can see there, I have this pink LED, and it is definitely lighting up there. So that's encouraging. So I'm thinking it'll shine in there or something like that. But yeah, I used those 2 points that I mentioned a second ago, and that's working. And you know, we'll see what happens. I don't know if the Game Boy player is even going to work anymore, but I will find out. Yeah, let me see what else I can do here. Okay, so yeah, I got, as you saw last time, I got the one LED working, and so I put a second LED on there, and that one was also working, so I got them both hooked up and working now. So now I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to route these wires in here so that I can still close it up with this thing. And I sort of figured it out. I was able to close it completely because there's plenty of room on the inside of here for these resistors. I'm just trying to make sure they don't contact anything else in there, so nothing else gets shorted. And then I went ahead and cut out that little section right there. I just got some flush cutters, and there were two little parts here. There's one right here and one right here, and then I'm going to try and feed the LED right there so it shines inside the game cart area. I think that'll look better. It'll be a little bit more subtle than just having it shine, always shining out here. And then I think you'll still be able to see it a little bit with the game in there, especially Pokemon games, or the third gen games anyways. And then I did the same thing on this side, and the LED should be able to fit there and then shine through. So yeah, let me see if I can put this all together, and obviously I'll probably hot glue or maybe super glue the LEDs in there. So yeah, let me do that or work on this a little more, and I'll come right back. Okay, I'm just getting the LEDs glued in right now, but I'll go ahead and show where the wires are coming out of. So it's upside down from how I had it before, so this is technically right side up. There's the port that plugs into the GameCube itself. So yeah, the the wires are coming out of like the sides of where the Game Boy game goes in, as you can see there. So they're going from like all the way on this end all the way over to here and coming out, and then the other one does the same thing just on the other side, and it just comes out on the side, and it seems like that should work. It shouldn't really interfere. So yeah, I'm getting that one glued in right now, and then I'll go ahead and get this other one glued in on this side, and then it should work. Okay, I got everything put back together again. I got that little metal plate put on. It was pretty easy. It just kind of fell into place, and there's two little pegs for it. And then after that, after I got the LEDs glued in and then put it all on there, it was as simple as just screwing everything back together, and it went together just fine. There were no issues, except like I did have a wire, one of the wires from the LEDs, I just had to kind of push it. It was kind of coming out of the side of that metal cage thing, and I just pushed it back in, and it was fine. And I screwed it all together and put it back together and put it back in here. So I'm going to turn it on for the first time again. And there we go. They both lighting up. Can't tell. Oh, that one's not lighting up. Okay, so that's interesting. That one is clearly. Then that one, is it? No, that other one is not. So yeah, let me. I guess I'll take it back apart and see what we can figure out. So it's just part of the process. Yeah, I took it apart again, and I didn't put the top of it back on, but what did I do? I checked the solder points, and I think I just rerouted the wires. I think one of the wires might have been getting crushed or something, but as you can see, that one is back on now, and the other one is also on. So I'll try putting the top back on and then screwing it together again and see what happens. Okay, I figured out an easier way to do this. The LEDs are working, and I was like, how can I get this on here? So I put down that metal part there, and then an easier way to do it is just to route the wires the way that you can see it being routed right now. It's kind of going around the Game Boy slot there, but it should not interfere with it at all. I think, can we look inside there again? So yeah, you can see you can't see any wires in there. So it should not interfere with the game slot whatsoever. So yeah, let me put it back together again and see if it's still working with it rerouted like that. Or it's not rerouted, but just see if it's working again with everything put together, because that's when we ran into an issue last time. So okay, now it's all put back together again. Everything's screwed in. Maybe I shouldn't have done that yet, but we're gonna see what we get here. And so I'll go ahead and turn it on. And it looks like that LED's working, and so is that one. So we are good to go there. Both LEDs are working. So all right, yeah, I think we're good to go here. So far on this GameCube, the mods I've done are the RGB LED, the port lights, which I did a live stream on that one, the controller port lights, just blue LEDs on there, and then I went with pink down here, because that usually goes pretty well with blue, and then this one just RGB, and then I have the region switch in back, and that is still working. I accidentally flipped it earlier. Everything was Japanese, so I flipped it back, and it was back on English and North American games. So yeah, that's I guess the latest mod on this one. I haven't seen that done anywhere before, so yeah, I just wanted to try it and see what I could figure out, and I'm glad that I was actually able to find that, and everything seems to be working, because when I tried it earlier, I was still able to play the games on there. So yeah, if you're interested in doing something like that, hopefully this video helped you out with that. But if you have any questions about it, just let me know. I'll try and help you out. Hopefully I was able to show enough from what I was doing that you can get it working on yours if that's something you wanted to try. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment. And hope you have a good one. Bye.